Thank you, Andrew. GM, everybody. Thank you all for being here. Thanks so much for having me today. I know it's already late, and I know happy hour is coming soon, so I want to keep this one briefly. But I'm also very excited to talk to you here today. For those of you who don't know me yet, my name is Bjoern. I do developer relations for Dialect Labs, and I'm super proud and excited to talk to you about today about our technology called Blinks and how you can use our technology to literally accelerate your go-to-market to light speed. But before we start with the introduction or the implementation, let's first do a little vibe check. Because in crypto, we live at dog years speed. And what this means is that 1 year in crypto is literally 7 years in any other industry. And we're cool with that, right? We adapted to it. Because we all know that if we can be whatever protocol we want, stop shipping today, we will not exist from 1 year from now. This is sad, but this is how it is. And we're adapting to it. We enjoy that even. We call it grinding. And this is why we are all here today. But shipping is only one part of this medal. The other side of the medal is the integration part. Because if we don't have other services and people that integrate us, we don't get enough users to use our apps. And who is going to integrate us? Well, on the one hand, there is the wallets and the exchanges. But we also see that more and more over time, we have institutions who really want to integrate Web3 capabilities to get, let's say, sweet Web3 yields to their Web3 audiences. But if we talk about institutions, they don't really live at dog year speed. They are rather dinosaurs. And still, they are rushing to integrate those Web3 services. So the good thing is we learned how to do it, right? Because all we need is we use a SDK. And then we give this SDK to anyone who wants to use it, and they're fine, right? But I want you to understand that if you go down the road with integrating an SDK with every new SDK that you ship and every new programming language that you support, every time you add a long chain of changes when you do something different. And let's just say you would have 3 SDKs, and you only do 3 changes a quarter, and yes, you can laugh because we ship way faster than this in crypto. It already means we have 36 breaking changes per year, which is really a lot. And maintaining SDKs, maintaining all those implementations costs a lot of time. And what do we do if we don't have enough resources, if we don't have enough time? Well, it's easy. We also figured that one out. We just hire one, right? Who is hiring right now? Little show of hands. How does it work? Easy, right? Finding talent is hard, especially in Web3. We are in Solana. It's a very strong domain. We are accelerating fast. You need to find people who are willing to take the grind. And even though you find this talent, you still have this balance in between maintaining all the SDKs that you have or the integrations versus shipping new features, which you actually really want. And now I want to tell you a secret. During my time as DevRel, I had the privilege to talk to many teams and to work with them. These are teams that just started out, and these are also teams that are top of our ecosystem. And what I personally found out, that we have a switch in the narrative right now. And the switch is that the best teams these days start building strong APIs. Strong APIs are a win-win for both sides, because it gives you the chance to build a great transaction that just lands on mainnet, fingers crossed. And it also gives others the chance to integrate easily, because integrating an API is something every Web2 dev even can do without Web3 experience. So my message for you today is simple. Choose life. Don't go down the route with dying through maintaining SDKs. Don't go down the road to support any programming language that comes around. We all know that mobile apps are coming, arising. We have even more SDKs to support if we go down that route. But choosing life means we do win-wins by having strong APIs, saving everyone this time. Because with one API, you have a single endpoint. And an API is an HTTP request, right? Every programming language can do this. Every dev, doesn't matter if it's a Web 3 or Web 2 dev, can fetch an API. And this is powerful. And it just so happens that blinks are the perfect APIs for blockchains. Thanks. Because blinks are based on the Solana action spec, so you have a specification, you know how to build this stuff. And because there's a spec, there's also a client who knows how to handle it. So it's super easy for you. And with this shift of the narrative, what I really want to you to think of is not thinking about the next SDK that you release, but rather as a model that we call transactions as a service. So don't think how you can ship this new SDK into the front end, make your app slower, make your service slower, and rather think how you can build this perfect transaction in your backend that you send to your user ready to sign in their wallet. And because it is just a transaction and it's built on the Solana's action spec, we have out-of-the-box shareability with this. So whoever wants to use our API, all they have to focus on making this transaction fetch. I have with you a little example. It's from our Radium blink, and it is the blink that adds liquidity to an AMM pool. What you see here is just screenshots of the code. It's not the full code, it's just a little bit of the code, but I didn't have enough place on the slide, so bear with me. And on the other hand, I have a blink. This is the implementation of a blink, and it's 15 lines of code maybe. And the only difference between adding liquidity to this Radium pool or lending $50 in Lulo is the first line of code, which is the URL. This is the only thing that changes. The rest stays the same. So we now understand what blinks are and how they can help you to integrate a service that you want really fast. But where do you find those blinks? They are out there in the wild. Nobody really knows where they are. And I would tell you normally, like, yeah, well, ask the project, look somewhere on Google, maybe you can find it. But today is not that day. Today, I'm super proud to announce to you the SBL, which is our standard blinks library. The standard blinks library is a curated list of the top Solana protocols that you already know and love. And you can just go there and kind of shop them like in the App Store and integrate them in 10 seconds. The way it works is you go to the site, you find the blink you want, you fetch the URL, this URL then sends you a transaction, and you sign it with the wallet. That's it. As easy as that. Always the same process. And we start with it with a few top system projects. So this is, for example, a Radium one. This is the URL that you can see. This is our first phase. We also did it for Drift, and we also have it for Camino. And then on the second phase, we will collect all those into one single page. So imagine you have your OpenAPI doc, your Swagger documentation, and all the blinks that are available are just there. They are well documented. You know the input params that they need. You know what they will give you out, because it's always a transaction. And you can just use them. It's like your one-stop shop to integrate any Web3 capability that you could think of. Doesn't matter if you have any experience, it's just work. So this is our standard blinks library. And I would like to invite you to our workshop, which is happening tomorrow, in which we go through how you can integrate blinks, let's say in a mobile app, or maybe also in your web app, because it's just a fetch. We will show you how you can get to the SBL, like the links and everything. And if you feel that this was fun, then you also can have a beer after this, because we achieved something after that. All right, this has been it. If you cannot make it tomorrow, this is fine. My name is Bjoern.sol. You can at any point reach out to me. I'm Bjoern.sol on Telegram. I'm Bjoern.sol on X. So just hit me a message. We also have a Discord and a Slack channel. So whatever you want, we are here and happy to help. Thank you so much.